Hello, welcome back to Derail Valley with Freddy. So, we are back. Weather forecast is good. 2 o'clock in the afternoon, but yeah. So I thought I'd bring you through my sort of thought process on putting together a train. So as you can see, we've got jobs board, or jobs table, really, here in front of us. And there is a load of jobs here. So I thought I'd take you through how I decide how to put a train together and what to do, because there is a lot of information here right in front of us, and it's sort of just my sort of thought process on how to get through all this, put your train together, figure everything out, and figure what order things need to be in. So I've picked up one job already from over at the military base, which is this job here. 4 attack helicopters going up to machine factory base for 157 or 158,000 effectively on base. If we make the time, even more. So we are going to machine factory. That is a guarantee. Whilst we're at machine factory, we will pop up here, reverse back, and grab what is in there. Aha! So that'll be one down. The other one will be down to Forest South. So we can figure that out. We can either come back down to Harbour and look at jobs over to Forest South, Sawmill, that sort of area, and decide what we're doing there and figure out picking that up. So, jobs. So the obvious choice here, and I should do this here, we've got 2 jobs here going to machine factory. So with our military one, we'll drop these 2 off. Thankfully they're going nice and close together, but one is a big long one, the other one is reasonably long but a bit more weight because it's not haul empty cars. So what else can we take? Because we can take any number of jobs because of the licenses, and in fact we have all the licenses available. So I'll start off with the shunting jobs. A quick way I look at shunting jobs is, you can see there, the bottom line is its end destination. So its end destination is harbour and town. So we don't really want to do that, even though, ooh, my word, that is £100,000 just to drop that off. That's quite tasty. If we were really after the money, that would be a great job to sort of straight do, but ones like this one, nope. Harbour and town again, nope. Because it's a drop off, not a pick up, I'm going to be discarding these because they're not going to benefit us to take out of harbour. So that's all the shunt jobs done. I like to get rid of the shunt jobs first, get them out of the way. So other destinations that we might transit to on our way to machine factory. So we've pretty much got coal power plant, machine factory, City West, Forest Central, Oil Well Central, Farm, Coal Mine South, City South, maybe even a sawmill. We can look at all these ones, but anything else, oil refinery, Iron Mine West, food factory, Oil Well North, goods factory, Coal Mine East, Iron Mine East, we're all really out because they're well out the way and would take us way too long to transit all the way around the map. I mean, we could do it, but we're not going to get good bonuses. And we could go on a massive, big, long tour all around the map, dropping off at all sorts of different places, and that would be quite fun. But we really want to get these bonuses as well. So Iron Mine East, sorry, you're out. Goods factory in town, you're out. City West is a possibility, so we'll leave that one there. Food factory is out. So we're starting to work our way through these jobs now, eliminating what's no good for us and keeping what is potentially good. Farm is a possibility. That's a weighty one, but is good money. Oil Well North. is Oil Well North? Oil Well North, out, because it's by Goods Factory. Forest Central is a possibility. Steel Mill, don't really want to be doing Steel Mill because it's pointing us really in the wrong direction. Not very easy to turn around at. Going to Steel Mill, it's going to be a big long loop up and round to try and get back to Machine Factory. Sawmill is a possible. Goods Factory is out. So now I can bring these jobs up. So these are definitely going to be our main 3 jobs, and it's what we tack on to the back of this. I mean, we could effectively do quite a lot here. The problem with City West is we're going to have to go past it and reverse back. So where is the drop off? Is A3S. So we can have a look at this on our map. City West, A3S. And we've done this one before. It's quite a simple little drop. You just reverse back into here and drop it all off. So that's definitely a distinct possibility. And I'm just looking for something that I should have by me. Here we go. I have, for what I'm playing this, a little A5 book. In this book I have pre-written down all my weights and lengths for my train, so I can add to it and work out what my train is going to be. Obviously we know from previous episodes that we can haul a 3,000 ton train. The length is less important. It proves difficult to see, but it is a possibility. So, now we know we could do City West. When we do City West, that eliminates Forest Central. We can't do it because it's going to lead us on the wrong sort of way. Farm. If we do the farm one, that's going to eliminate Forest Central as well. So it's sort of, now we're into the realms of eliminations. So if we were looking to build money, we'd be looking at what is more profitable. And the farm is more profitable than the Forest Central. Even with the bonuses, the farm is still going to be more profitable. Add the farm with City West, that's definitely distinct, but that's going to rule out Sawmill. It's going to rule out Forest Central. So now, I'll do these here. Now we have our train. Now it's what order do we do these in? Obviously, for me, the military base is going to be the last thing dropped. The very, very final thing we drop. So now we're looking at Machine Factory in town, and which one of these two is going to be the best one to put next. So okay, so we can go right, we're going to go left because it's going to be C. That we can leave on a go right because it's going to be, and we're going into E3I, so we can set that up now and forget about that. So that's going to be a keep right to a keep left, E3I, happy days. Back to C, what is going to be the better one to drop first? I think, quite honestly, dropping C2S first with these big long cars, because it's pretty much guaranteed that is going to be empty. So that's going to be a keep right to a keep left. Drop that off, pull forward. That's going to be a keep right because we're going to reverse back into C3I. So just in case there is anything else in C3I, because of the length of what this is, C2S should be empty. And if it's not, and it's this end, we can quickly scoot round C1L, which is guaranteed to be empty because it's a loading bay. Loading bays are always empty. Then reverse into the storage, C2S, and C3I. There might be something there, and with the length of this train not being overly long, that'll make that easy. Right, so that's that. So the next one's going to be City West. Now, as we know, City West, we're going to have to flick these switches once we go past it, because we're going to have to go past it to reverse. That's going to be a keep left into a keep right into C3S, into A3S, sorry. So that leaves us farm. Farm is going to be B2I. So we're going to keep right on farm, because we're going to be coming in this way, into B. Because it's long, it's more than likely going to be empty, so let me just double check which way we're coming in from. We are coming in from the right. So that's going to be a keep left, into a keep right, into B2I. We're going to have to watch this because we've come foul of this once before. Right, so that's that set. Now, our points. This is where everything usually goes wrong for Freddy. So, we're going to come out harbour. We're going to keep right. At this junction, because we can ignore that one, because the big red dot is the direction it's coming. So you only need to worry about when you get to the big red dot, big black dot first. So we're going to keep right there, into a keep left, into a keep right, into a keep right, into a keep left, into a keep left, and that'll take us into farm. Come down here, keep right, City West, keep left, up into Machine Factory. Happy days. The one thing I didn't check, Machine Factory itself. Yeah, keep right, keep left, C. Happy days. Right, so that's that. So now we can go down the list and line. I always like to do this from the front of the train, because I find it easier to cross things off. So, our first one is going to be a weight of 72 tonnes, a length of 72.18 metres. Our next one is 180 tonnes at 108.27 metres. And we've got 121 tonnes at a length of 198.5 metres. That's where I'll put a line, because this way I can work out what my length is post dropping. So all that's going to get dropped in Machine Factory, so we don't need to worry about it. So our first one, City West, is going to be 154 tonnes, a length of 252.63 metres. Another line underneath that one. And our final one is a weight of 564 tonnes at a length of 216.54. So the weight, we only really need to worry about the total. As long as we're within our 3,000 tonnes, we are good to go. Just get my calculator out. So our DH4, I know this from memory, and in fact I have it written down, it's 77.5 tonnes, plus 2 D6s at 125 tonnes each, and the slug at 125 tonnes. First load at 72 tonnes, then 180, 121, 154, and 564. Gives us a grand total 1,543.5 tonnes. So we'll need both DE6s for this, I do believe. Let me just double check. There's a D6 slug. D6 1,200 tonnes each, so 2 D6s. Yeah, that'll easily cover that. Right. Length, this is where it gets important. So the DH4 is 12.9, D6s at 18.6 each, and the slug is 16.8. So the first load 72.18 with 108.27, 198.5. That is 445.85 meters. So that gives me my total length of train for going into machine factory. Add 252.63 gives us a length of 698.48 that's for with the City West job. Then add 216.54 gives us a total length of 915.02. Nice, that's a lengthy old train. So now we have our totals. We know it's within our capacity to do. We know what order we're going to be dropping them in. All the signals are set. That is easy. That's the easy part to all this, believe it or not. Just the figuring it out is the easy part. Executing it, that's a different matter. Now I'm going to put my book to one side for the moment, now that we have everything figured out. So what I like to do, on my hotbar, I like to have all the booklets in a set order, so I know exactly how I'm picking all this up. So as you can see, key 3 here for me, set for our first job, second job, third job, fourth job, fifth job. And I'll hand them in, put them back in exactly the same order, so it's nice and easy to figure out. So now that we have them in order, now we go pick them all up and assemble our train. So our first pickup is a military base, E7, G7S, C1S, D60. So quite a bit of a shifty around within the harbour just to get this. So we bring up harbour map because we're going to be using this now. So we know we're parked up here. So we're going to reverse back. That's going to be a keep left into B. Then we'll be coming forward to spin into C. So that's going to be a keep right. So that we can reverse back. Because our next pickup, so B80, I can sort that now. That's going to be a keep right, keep right, keep right, keep left, B80. So that's the harbour setup. The next one's going to be E70. So we'll reverse back out of here into B, pick that up, come round, and we're going into E. So that's going to be a keep left into E. So the reason is, as we reverse back, we're going to be picking it up. The train itself is going to be behind us, so we're going to have to pull forward into C, reverse back into E. Now the good thing from here is we just pull forward, reverse back, pull forward, reverse back, pull forward, reverse back, till we've got the whole train assembled. That is then the train ready to depart, hand jobs in, and get the heck out of it. Obviously the one at the military base is going to be the hardest one to pick up. And I'm going to attempt, I say attempt, to do what I've done previously. Get parked up as far back on E as I can. And then from there, set the train off moving forward and sprint like mad, hand the military job in, re-hook up with the train, and then get out of here. I've managed it so far. It's the trick of trying to balance that speed along with everything else. Right, so next one's going to be E70. So E is going to be a keep right, keep left. That's easy. Next one's going to be G7S. So we can set that up as well. G7S, keep right, keep right, keep right, keep right, G7S. So that's like we knew that was going to be happening. We go back. So G's here, so I'm going to be in a keep left here. Obviously that's going to be a keep left for now because we'll come into E, pick up that, pull forward, reverse back into G. So that's then going to be C1S. So that's going to be fun. So that's going to be pull right forward, reverse back into C, into C1S, pick that up, and then our last job is going to be from D60. So that's actually going to be ideal. We can keep reverse right back to D. That's going to be a keep right into a keep left D60. I think that's right. We'll be on the back of the train for this, so I'll double check with my signals, because this is the one I usually get wrong. So we'll be able to reverse back into here and use this as our starting point. That's going to be ideal. Right, so now all that's left to do, especially as it's now 6 PM. Yipes! Or is that 6 AM? Might be AM actually. Yep. Now's our opportunity. Go get our train. Get it all fired up. And start picking everything up. And it is PM because the lights are coming on. So this is probably going to be another night run. Because you know we love. In fact, our train is pointing the wrong fricking way for this. Dagnammit. Right. Let's check absolutely everything. After last time's fiasco. So brake cut out, handbrake is off. Handbrake is off. Brake is cut out. It's just the handbrake on this one, which is off. Oh, and I fall off the turntable, because of course I do. Handbrake is on. So take that off. Brake is cut in. Perfect. Right. So as we know our train length, we can get that set now and we don't need to worry about it. So we are 900. And 15, so we go 10, 20, just to be sure. Always better to go that bit over unless you just... Say if we were 911, I wouldn't worry about it. I'd just go 1,000, 2,000, and we'd go with power. So, that's that set. Awesome. So now we got the problem that my train is facing the wrong way. So plan now. Pull forward. We're going to come up here. We're actually going to keep right there. And reverse back into B that way. That's the quickest way of doing it with just our train length. Nice, simple, straightforward. Our other option would be pull forward, reverse back into C, pop round and reverse back. But given how close we are to here, it's nice and simple and straightforward. That's the plan. So, train has power. Gonna set some lights. Give us a set of ambiance. Brakes are off. And let's get rolling. There's a handbrake on somewhere. Alright, let's double check everything. That is off. Brake is cut out. Just taking that off. Brake is cut out. Handbrake off. Brake is cut in. Right. Now when I do this, we should go just fine. Remember, this is a 20 corner, this one. Very particular one coming out of here. Stick that onto half. I shall stick on the DH4 lights as well when we hook up to the first first job. Yep, we're going to go right here. Don't want to go too quick. The reason I'm doing this from a standing perspective is because, one, we can see, and two, we could actually drive from here. Technically, I could have set everything so we drive from here and have a little bit of better visibility. Sometimes that might not actually be a bad idea, but I quite like being over here with all the controls because it's nice. So that's our signal here. Use the remote. There we go. Keep left here. Into reverse. Give it just a notch. And whilst we're reversing, just pop in here. I shall go for some illumination. I shall hit them all on full. That way. Be nice. It's nicely illuminated. Now we'll give it a welly. Double check we're going the right path. Which we are. Double check where we're going. We're going B80. So this is just part of what I've been doing for all the runs. This is all the prep work that goes into all those big trains that you've seen me hauling around. This is what I spend the time doing with those jump cuts. Just literally putting all this together. It's been requested for me to show it, so I'm going to show it. Let you guys see exactly what goes into this. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. If not, give it a comment and say, no, I prefer you just to put it together and get on the road. Just talk about what you're doing and how you're putting the trains together, then get off and get it done. Or if you like seeing it, because this is more likely going to break over 2 episodes to actually get all this delivered, then just let me know. I'm not worried. If you want me to include it, I'll include it. I am more than happy with that. Right, let's bring speed down. Do not want to hit this hard, especially as this costs a freaking fortune to repair. No, we want to be touching together under 5 kilometers per hour. Look at that. Just barely a touch on it. And the age old, you've seen me do this thousands and thousands of times now. Of course it's the back one where the handbrake's on, because of course it is. Right, so going to be on a keep right, into a keep right, into C. We're going to keep right, keep left. Keep right, because that way we know that's going to be empty, loading. And we know we've got a job in C2. So when we pull forward, we can actually change that back again. Woohoo! Right, fourth gear. Off we go. And the good thing with standing on this part to do it, we can hear if any of the handbrakes are on. I appreciate this is going to take a little bit to put all this train together, but these big trains do take it. They take quite a long time to put them together. But once they're together and all good, it's easy times. What I may do is hang on with the jobs once the train's all fully disassembled and wait until daylight to do the run, to try and give you guys a bit of better visibility of it. The good thing is at 6 PM at night, this is going to take a fair few hours to put together. Alright, we don't want to be exceeding. And there's where I forgot straight away. You see the train there going around. slow it down. One good thing, we only need the 1d6 running to actually shunt all this round and get all the train assembled. We won't need to start the second D6 until we're ready to leave the harbour. Because on the flat, D6 and 0% will haul around 3 ton. So, nice and easy. Alright, poke my head round here. I have to guess where the train clears it. I'd say about there. So, put the brake on. Now we can try again. These things happen. You forget about signals. Yeah, it's not a major thing. We're not on the clock yet because none of the jobs have been handed in. This is the advantage of the mod that I've got. It gives us all the details of where these jobs are. We can go get the train assembled and be prepared to go before we actually do anything. So our next pickup, E70. Nice and easy. I'm not worried about running the battery down on our remote, because we can charge it up in either the DH4 or our DE6. I don't think I changed. I didn't. So there's mistake number 2. Disadvantage, I've usually not got the distraction of trying to communicate at the same time. So that was actually going to take us back on that 20 turn into the repair facility. Thankfully I remembered that quite quick. I just didn't remember it quick enough to get the map out and sort it. Oh, wrong button. I want the brake. We shall let the train pass us and we'll hop on the back end of it. Just double check on the map now. Yeah, we're going to go right there. This one, once we pass it, I will change so we're on the exit, which is this sign here. So as we go past it, I will use my switch controller. Round you go. So that's now set for us exiting the harbour. Awesome. Check speed now. Do not want to be exceeding 40. What we're looking for here is the switch to change over to the right side to exit out of sea again. That's what we are looking for. So I know for a fact, start hitting some brake here. Bring the speed gently down. We don't need to slam brakes on if we can avoid it. Turn signal is over here on the left side. Here it comes up. Reapply brake. A bit too much actually. Want to make sure we fully clear it, because if you don't clear it, you'll end up switching the switch back. You can see the joins there on the ground as the track moves. If you're not fully over them, you will end up going back the way you came. So, heading out of here. Double check the remainder of my switches. Keep left, yep. So that one we can ignore for now. This one's going to change to a keep left because that's the path we're going, so it will force the tracks over. Once we're past it, I need to change it back so we go past to reverse in to pick up the other C, pull back out and reverse back again. There we go, it's gone to a keep left. In fact, kill speed. apply some brake. Should be past that now, so I'll change that back to keep right. Knock the brake off. We're picking up E70. Nice hazardous goods cargo for this one. There's that 100,000 cars one. Sat nice there, the shunting one. We were going to look at, but I think it's more fun to actually get out on the tracks. Ooh, that's the one I want. Now the good thing we're doing this way and not having the jobs already pre-handed in, you don't need to rush. So we're in no timed pressure to actually get all this done as fast as we can and get going. We can take literally all night to do it. Ooh, bit quick there. That was a little bit too quick for my taste. There we go. Now, as we are here, we should double check the job number. FH13, yep, that's the one we want. Don't want any mistakes with that. That one's pointing to the Ford. That one's pointing to the Ford, so of course it's at the back again. On the back, watch our signal strength. So, next job, G7S. Whilst we're pulling forward, and I'll just do it on this nice slow speed. So the next one's going to be C1S. After that, so we go to C. That's going to be a keep left into C1S. Happy days. So we're going G for this one. So we need to pass this signal point, flick it over, so we're going straight on. Train itself will probably be around here somewhere, the front of the train. Flip that over, reverse into G. G7S, then we're picking up C1S. And finally, D60. So, give it a bit more power. Don't need the mouse on. You do have to actually activate the mouse on and off in this game. Otherwise you're in look mode. Don't need to be going too fast. Obviously it's hard to see around here, but that's where the leaning comes into effect. You can see a bit then of what the front of the train is doing. Make sure you're going the right way. So yep, that's still on a keep right. So I did change it at the right time. You can see the switch that we need being highlighted. It's there in the distance. So it's not this first one. It is this second one. We can start applying some brake now. Brake off there, make sure we come past it. Flip the switch into reverse. I've still got my lean on. Just remember G7S. This should be the only thing on G7S. I appreciate the night on here is a bit darker than what I'm actually seeing in game. So I'll try where I can. Why have I not got... Take that buckler out for the minute. Put my torch in. Watch my speed. I'll try where I can to give you bit of illumination. obviously it's battery powered and it works off the same charger as the wireless remote, so, and it charges in about 2 seconds flat. Do a little bit of brakey. As you can see, a bit more illuminated in here. The one thing you've got to be aware of when you're putting these big trains together is the size of the station. Harbour's not so bad because it is massive. It is the biggest station on the map, so you've got lots of room to play with. What you've got to be wary of other stations, I shall show you once we're... I want to come really gently into this. Because the weight of this train now will push empty cars around quite easily. Please say you're at the front. To the rear. To the front. Yes, it's at the front. Right, so whilst we're here in a bit of light, I'll show you on the map. This purple area surrounding harbour is the harbour limit. If you take any cars beyond this purple area in the harbour, it will invalidate the jobs. So you've got a bit of bend round the corner and a bit of the uphill to play with. Same with the farm, it has a limitation. All the stations have got a limitation of how far you can go before it will start invalidating jobs. So it's something to be really, really careful about when picking up big jobs together. Right, into forward gear. Off we go. And run all the way to the new back of the train. You can see that lovely signal boost starting to disappear. So that is this one. This one is going to guarantee we are going to lose signal length, as we are towards the end of our signal strength now. When we pick up this C job, he's not going to like us. He's not going to like it. This is where we really need the caboose. Now, how we're going to utilise the caboose is this is where we'd put the caboose in between these jobs, and it will boost our signal strength all the way to the back of the train. Now, what we want to do here, we're going to go past, go all the way past C, so in front of our train. I'm going to flip that up, B. We're going to keep right, keep right, keep right, keep right onto that empty line. So that guarantees we are not going to leave the harbour just yet. But we're going to go past this point. What's our speed? That's plenty quick enough. We need to go past this point and then reverse the train back in. Then we've got to pull it all forward to reverse back into D again. So we've really got to watch the train length limit here. So as you can see, the train is way round the corner already. Start slowing down because it takes a while for the air to get to the back of this train. Don't need that much brake. It's still got a fair old bit to chunk it down. Right, I think I'm nearly 300 metres to the train at this point. There we go. I can leave that for a second. I apologise for the bad lighting. There's our signal there. That's what we're looking for. So I need to switch back to the remote. Get some brake on here. Bit more brake. Into reverse gear. This is where it really does become fun and games to get all this put together. I appreciate this video is starting to get on in time. As we've only got this job and one more to pick up, I will leave it all together in this one episode for doing all this. That you see the full, rather than I'll just jump the last one because you've seen me put a couple together already. So here we go, coming round. Don't have to worry about that signal. Do need to worry about the job, which is in C1S. There it is. I can just see it in the distance there. This is a big old lot of empty cars. The one bonus going around this loop is because it is a loop around, our signal strength, as you can see here, I mean there's the front of the train over there. Yipesy. So this is going to make it massive. So that the length of the train going around that turn is going to help our signal strength. And a bit of rain coming down. Let's slow this down. Now, because this is two lots of empty cars, I'm going to want some flags here to tell the difference between these two jobs. So when I'm coming to drop them, I know what's what. I want some flags. Thankfully, we've got some flags. I should just go for orange there. Stick that one there. I like to do both sides because that way, if you've not got enough space that where you are, or you're not too sure exactly which side you're on, handbrake. That's at the rear, that's at the front, so it is at this point. Right. As you can see, this is eating through our battery. But that is the nature of this. Now we've got to try and judge just how far forward we can go with this train. At the worst case, I will stop the train and run to the front to make sure that we can make this. So the last thing I want to do is derail the front of the train because I'm going, oh, it will reach, then it doesn't. I mean, remember, front of the train's over there. So it's already going round. We got the back of the train is way down there. So we actually sprint to the back of the train. I think it is now. Remember, this train is 915 meters long in total. We've still got one more job to pick up. That's the back of the train. I've got to get this all the way round. So I'm not actually convinced of how far we can get round. So I'm going to sprint across, check on the front of the train. So I can see literally then how far forward we can come. Oh, train. It gives me a chance then. And put a bit of charge into that. Which is going to be easy. As you can see, our charge level's coming up nicely. So we've got a heck of a lot of train behind us already. So this is where it does become touch and go. Because it's how long is this track? From the back of the train, you can't see that. Kill the speed here. From the front of the train now, I can't see it. I'd rather overshoot that turn than undershoot it. You know, we're not leaving the harbour. We're still in the harbour fully. So that's not a concern. How far is that? Let's Get those lights up. My frickin' word, this thing is massive. Now, if I had the distance set correctly, I'd be able to tell where the back of the train is. But I wouldn't be able to tell where that signal is. This is my only concern. There we can see, there is the end of the military base. So I'm going to hit the brake now. It takes a while to bring this train to a stop. Pick up our controller again. Now, we've got to run. I didn't put the torch back, did I? Now we've got to hope we have fully cleared it. I've got a sneaky suspicion we have well overshot it. And just look how long this train is. I haven't spotted my flags yet. There is the back of the train. And we've got no signal strength at all here. Right, so picked up C1S. We're now going for D60. So we're going to keep right there. Keep left, keep right into D. What'll help us going around here is we'll start to get a bit of signal strength. I'm going to go back a few cars, try and pick up some signal. So I've got greater control. There we go. A little bit more. It's going to keep dropping in and out, but we can at least now sort of see the back of the train. That's what we need to do to get this controlled. Coming in for the drop for the farm, we're going to use that distance tracker to our advantage. Just double check again. We're going to keep left. That one doesn't matter, because that would change to a keep left anyway. Keep right into D. D60. Right, that's... Give me... There we go. Kill the throttle. As we start to come around the turn, we'll gain a bit of signal strength, so I am going to sprint for the back of the train. So you can see we're on 2 red bars now, whereas previously we were on 1. I'm going to keep right here. D. D60. Where we want to go. Yep, I have got this right. So as you can see, there's a bit more signal there. We've gone up to 1 yellow initially. This is probably going to come round pretty darn quick. Hit some brake here because start to lose some signal again. I'd rather brake very, very short than hit into that other train. So as you can see, it is not ideal on signal. Come to here, try and get a bit more. see what we're doing a bit here. There we go, we've got a bit more signal strength. It's all about playing that little game. Sometimes you just need to roll it in from distance at 5 kilometers an hour or less, just to make sure you don't damage anything. Remember, we're not on the clock, so we don't need to speed. Time is not the enemy here. Get that brake on. Bring the speed down. There we go, nice and slow. And always add speed. Takes time to take the speed away. See, we're coming together. We're getting there. Come on, my little train. Come on, my little choo-choo. There we go. Contact. So we now have a fully assembled train. Is that one, I do believe? Yep, we have now a fully assembled train. I'll give you a little bit of a length of it. It is freaking ridiculous. See, we're getting absolutely no signal at all back here. Just want to back it up a little bit more. We're going to need every bit of run up we can get to get out of the harbour. When we get to the front of the train, I'll actually see what time it is as well. As I say, I'm going to try and make it progress on to daytime, so that we can get some nice visuals as we go do this job, rather than doing it at night, which we've done a lot of. So I'll certainly try and make it a bit more entertaining for you guys. For me, it doesn't matter too much. I'll run at night, run at day. I'm not worried. Good thing is, I know the length of this yard, and it is freaking massive. And look at all the distance we've still got to go down here. There's the barriers there. We've got so much length that we can play with, and we're going to need that distance to get a nice acceleration out of it. There's a reason I'm only doing this at 1 notch of speed, because I don't want it to be doing it quickly. I don't want to run the risk of can't get the brake on and need to panic. You just run it nice and slow. I mean, there we've effectively moved the entire length of the last job already backwards. Right, we're getting to where I want to be stopping. There we go, some brake on. So, okay. Length of the train. So we're well back there. Now we'll come to a nice stop. All the length of this. So we have got our engines effectively right up here, right by the front. So it's nearly 2 o'clock in the morning. Turn that off. Deactivate the air brake. Put the handbrake on. Not I expect the handbrake to hold this thing, but we are nice and level. You still hear the air discharging as it's running its way down. So, we head over into the harbour office. Bit more light and you can see a bit better. If I call up the full harbour map, the back of our train is about here. The front of our train is nearly here. That is the length of just how big our train is. Nice. So we've got the helicopters. You're settling for machine factory in town. Empty cars. Empty cars. Ammonium nitrate for the farm. And a torch. So yeah. Total. Remember, if we make these times, there's an extra 50% of that value of that job in each one. That's 158,000. 42,000, 23,000, we've got 24, 25,000, 54,000. So we're going to make nearly 75 on that one, 30 on that one, 60 on that one, and someone better at maths than me can figure that one out. That's going to be a heck of an amount of money just to go from here up through to farm, drop one off, City West, up to machine factory, drop two off, go up there, come back, have a look at jobs and come back again. So we're going to more than cover our costs of going up there, well and truly and well and easily. Right, I shall see you all in the next one. I shall wait for daytime and we shall go from there. Till then, take it easy.